chromosomal mutation. So last day we discussed about the gene mutation or point mutation, and normally these gene mutation, that is the mutation which is happened to a particular genes or a particular nucleotide base pair, that cannot be detected under the microscope. Okay, but chromosomal mutation can be easily detected under the microscope. So what are chromosomal mutations? The mutation which happens to a chromosome that may change the number or structure. Okay, so the mutation or the changes that occur in the morphology of chromosome. Okay, so the mutation may entirely affect the morphology of chromosome, and as a result there is a change in number or sequence of gene. Okay, there is a change in number or sequence of a gene. Such type of mutations are called chromosomal mutation, or we will call as chromosomal aberration. Chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberration. Chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberration. Okay, and we can easily detect the chromosomal aberration with the help of a genetic analysis or microscopic examination. Okay, chromosomal mutation can be divided into two groups. If due to the mutation, change in the chromosome number happen. Okay, so due to this mutation, change happen in chromosome number. Change happen in chromosome number. Then that type of mutation is called numerical aberration. Numerical aberration. Numerical aberration. If the change happens in the chromosome structure, if the change happens in the chromosome structure, then we will call it structural aberration. Structural aberration. So chromosome, if due to the mutation there is any changes happens in the number of chromosomes, then we will say yes, that is numerical chromosomal aberration or numerical aberration. And if the mutation ultimately results in change in the structure of a chromosome, then we will call as structural aberrations or structural chromosomal aberrations. Okay, so based on this, we can classify the chromosomal mutation into two types. First one, we will go into discuss this. What are numerical aberrations? Okay, what are numerical aberrations? So, numerical aberration means if mutation happens, the number of chromosome may change. The number of chromosome may change. So, in humans, we know 23 pair of chromosomes are there. 23 pairs, which means n equal to 23, 2n equal to 46. Okay, so we humans have 23 pair of chromosomes. That is the haploid condition, it is called 23 pairs, and the diploid condition, it is called 46. Okay, so if mutation happens and any changes happens in the number of chromosomes, either addition of a chromosome or deletion of a chromosome. Okay, addition or deletion of a chromosome can be happen. Such type of mutations are called numerical aberration. Okay, so this is the case of humans, and it can be done in any organism, either plants, animals, whatever it is. Okay, then sometimes the chromosome number of somatic cells are changed. Normally, this chromosomal aberrations may affect the somatic cells. Okay, it also affects the gamete cells, but normal cases the mutation may take place in the somatic cells. Okay, so sometimes the chromosome number of somatic cells are changed due to addition or elimination of individual chromosome or basic set of chromosome. Either individual chromosome will, like what, 46 chromosomes are there, due to the deletion of 45 chromosome will happen. That is one type of mutation. Or normally 46 chromosomes are there, due to the addition of an individual chromosome, 47 chromosomes are there. Like this happen. Okay, that is individual addition or deletion of individual chromosome. Then addition or deletion of basic set of chromosome, which means due to the deletion of a set of chromosome, that is 46 minus 1 pair, that is 44 pair. Okay, then 46 plus 1 pair, that is 48 sets of chromosomes. Okay, so this also happens, either the addition of individual chromosome or deletion of individual chromosome, or the addition or deletion of basic sets of chromosomes. Okay, so two categorization is there. Okay, so this is called numerical chromosomal aberration, or another word is ploidy. Ploidy, also known as numerical chromosomal aberration. Okay, ploidy. There are two types of ploidies. Okay, based on this addition or deletion, we can say there are two types of ploidy. First one, aneuploidy, and second one, euploidy. Aneuploidy and euploidy. Okay, so what are aneuploidy? The ploidy which involve individual chromosome within a diploid set. Okay, so anything which is happened to individual chromosome, that is called aneuploidy. Okay, so aneuploidy means either addition of individual chromosome or deletion of individual chromosome. Okay, so any ploidy changes happen to an individual chromosome, that is aneuploidy. Then what is meant by euploidy? Any any addition or deletion of basic sets of chromosome. Basic sets of chromosome. Okay, so any addition or deletion of basic sets of chromosome, that is called euploidy. That is called euploidy. Clear? So we will discuss about what are aneuploidy. Okay, what are aneuploidy? It is a condition in which diploid number is altered. The diploid number of chromosome is altered either by addition or deletion of individual chromosome. We know aneuploidy is changes happen to individual chromosomes are called aneuploidy. So the diploid number, for our case, diploid number 2 equal to 1 equal to 46. Okay, so any changes happens in the diploid number of chromosome either by addition or deletion of individual chromosomes. Okay, so organisms that are showing aneuploidy are called aneuploids. Organisms that are showing aneuploidy are called aneuploids, or we will call them as heteroploids. Aneuploids or heteroploids. Aneuploids or heteroploids. Okay, so organisms that are showing aneuploidy, that are called aneuploids or heteroploids. Aneuploids are also two types, that is hyperploidy and hypoploidy. Hyperploidy, hypoploidy. Hyperploidy means clear, hyper, increasing. So addition of individual chromosome. Hyperploidy is the addition of individual chromosome. Hypoploidy is the deletion of individual chromosome. Deletion of individual chromosome. Aneuploidy, hyperploidy, hypoploidy. Hypoploidy means addition of individual chromosome to the basic sets of chromosome, or hypoploidy is the deletion of individual chromosome to the basic sets. Basic sets of chromosome. Okay, first we will look what are hyperploidy. What are hyperploidy? Addition of one or more chromosome to diploid sets. Okay, so addition of one or more chromosome to the diploid sets are called hyperploidy. Diploid set of a chromosome represent as disomy, that is 2n. 2n is the diploid set. We will call as disomy. That condition we will represent as disomy. Okay, there are different types of hyperploids are there by the addition. When we are adding addition of a single chromosome to a diploid set. Okay, so first condition is trisomy. Normally the diploid condition we will call as disomy. So what is trisomy? Trisomy is the addition, that is 2n, that is the diploid set, addition of a single chromosome to the diploid set. Addition of a single chromosome to the diploid sets are called trisomy. Okay, clear? Addition of a single chromosome to the diploid sets are called trisomy. And trisomies was represented by the scientist Blackfield. By the scientist Blackie, okay, Blackie, in 1910. So he found the trisomy characters in the plant Datura, that is gismond seed. So he observed the trisomy condition in the Datura plants, that is gismond seed. Okay. So trisomy is a condition where the addition of a single chromosome to the diploid set of chromosomes. Diploid set of chromosome we will call as disomy. Then this is the first case of a report regarding the trisomy. Another plant also showing trisomies are Nicotiana, Pisum oinentra. Okay, Nicotiana, Pisum oinothera. So these plants also shows trisomies. These plants also shows trisomy. Some addition of two individual chromosomes from different chromosomal pairs to normal diploid sets that are called double trisomy. Okay, so what are double trisomy? Double trisomy means double trisomy. Double trisomy is this is the diploid set. This is trisomy. Double trisomy is the again one individual chromosomes are added. That is double trisomy. 2n plus 1 plus 1. Chromosomes from different chromosomal pairs to normal diploid sets are added. Okay, two individual chromosomes. This is one individual chromosome. This is another individual chromosome. Two individual chromosomes are added to a diploid set of chromosomes that are called double trisomy. So these are about trisomy. Just like this, there are so many other type of somies are there. That is tetrasomies are there. Then pentasomies are there. Okay. So next one is tetrasomy. Tetrasomy also, double tetrasomies, triple tetrasomies are present. Tetrasomy. So it is clear tetrasomy means 4. Okay. So addition of a pair or two individual pair of chromosome. Addition of a pair or two individual pairs of chromosome. So example 2n plus 2. Two individual chromosomes are added at a time. Okay, not individually. Two individual chromosomes are added. That is the pair of chromosomes. Pair of a chromosomes are added that are called tetrasomy, and double tetrasomy are double tetrasomy is 2n plus 2 plus 2. That is double tetrasomy. Okay. All possible tetrasomies can be seen in the plant wheat. Wheat plants show all these type of tetrasomy. Double tetrasomy or normal tetrasomy, all these type of tetrasomies can be seen in the wheat plant. Okay. Then pentasomies are there. Pentasomy. So addition of 3 individual chromosomes from different chromosomal pairs. Okay, from different chromosomal pairs, 3 individual chromosomes are added to a normal diploid. That is called pentasomy. Pentasomy, which means addition of, this is the normal diploid set 2n, addition of 3 different chromosomes from different chromosomal pairs. Okay, different chromosomal pairs. So example, this is one chromosomal pair. Then this is another chromosomal pair. This is another chromosomal pair. Suppose these are three different chromosomal pairs. From here, one chromosomes are taken. Here also one chromosomes are taken. From here also one chromosome is taken. So these chromosomes are added. Okay, that is the three different individual chromosomes from three different individual pairs. Okay, so that's all about pentasomy. Okay, clear? Then next one is hypoploidy. Next one. These are about hyperploidy. These are about hypoploidy. Then we will discuss what are hypoploidy. So hypoploidy is the addition of a chromosome, addition of individual chromosome from a different chromosomal pair. So hypoploidy is the deletion. Hypoploidy is the deletion or loss of one or more chromosome from the diploid set is called hypoploidy. So here it is the loss or deletion of one or more chromosomes. So it can be of like hypoploidy. This is also of different types. First one is monosomy. Monosomy. So monosomy. So monosomy is the 2n-1 condition. That is 2n is the basic diploid sets of chromosome. From that basic diploid sets of chromosome, one individual chromosomes are deleted or lost. That is called hypoploidy, or that condition is called monosomy. Okay, 2n-1. So however, loss of two individuals or three individual chromosomes can also be happen, like double monosomy, triple monosomy. Okay, so double monosomy is 2n-1 then triple monosomy is 2n-1 -1. Okay, just like that there are so many different types of monosomies can be seen. Okay, double monosomies are observed in maize. Double monosomy can be observed in the plant maize. In the plant maize. So these are what? Monosomies. Monosomy is the loss or deletion of individual chromosome from a basic set of chromosomes. That is called monosomy. Double monosomy is the loss of two individual chromosomes from a two different basic sets of chromosomes. That is called double monosomy. Then comes to triple monosomy. Triple monosomy is the loss of three different individual chromosomes from three different chromosomal pairs. That are called triple monosomy. Okay, clear? So that's all about monosomy. Then next one is what are nullisomy? What are nullisomy? Okay, what are nullisomy? Second one, nullisomy. Nullisomy means the loss of a pair of homologous chromosomes or two pair of homologous chromosomes can be deleted. Okay, so entire chromosomes. In broad sense, we can say a chromosome pair is what? Loss. Okay, loss of a pair of homologous chromosomes. That entire chromosome is lost. That is called nullisomy. 2n-2. 2 means that entire chromosomes are lost. That is 2n-2. Then double nullisomies are there. Double nullisomies means two entire sets are eliminated. 2n-2. Two entire sets of chromosomes are eliminated. Okay. Then selfing of monosomic plants produce nullisomy. So if you allow selfing of monosomies, selfing of monosomic plants leads to the formation of nullisomy. Nullisomic plants. Okay, so if you self to monosomy, as a result you can produce nullisomic plants. Okay, so usually they are lethal. Usually nullisomic plants are lethal. They may die until they get maturity or until they get a particular stage. Okay, so these are about nullisomy. Okay, so we completed our aneuploidy. Aneuploidy means either addition or deletion of a set of chromosomes are called aneuploidy. Aneuploidy are of two types, that is hyperploidy or hypoploidy. Okay, then what are nullisomies? What are then we discussed about the in hyperploidy we discussed there are different types of ploidy, that is trisomy, normal diploid set we will say 2n equal to disomy, then trisomy, tetrasomy, pentasomy. In hypoploidy we discuss about the aneuploidies and monosomies. Okay, then what are euploidy? So euploidy euploidy actually it is a condition where the organism possesses one or more basic sets of chromosomes. So in previous, that is in aneuploidy, we discuss about only the individual chromosomes. But here, entire basic set are either added or deleted. Okay, that is the it is possessed with an entire one or more basic sets of chromosomes. Euploidy are of different types. That is monoploidy, diploidy, polyploidy. Okay. Monoploidy, diploidy, polyploidy, so the condition where the organism possesses one or more basic sets of chromosomes. Clear? Okay. The condition where an organism or a somatic cell has two sets of chromosomes, then we will call as two sets of chromosomes, then we will call as diploid organism. Okay, diploid organism. Then half the diploid or diploid organism, when an organism possesses two sets of chromosomes. In an organism possesses two sets of chromosomes, then we will call them as diploid. That condition is diploid. When only one set of chromosome, then we will call as haploid. We will call that condition as haploid. Okay. So half the number of somatic chromosomes referred as haploid condition. Then you should want to be noted that the haploidy is different from the monoploidy. The haploidy is different from monoploidy. Okay, haploidy is different from monoploidy. Okay, so actually haploidy we will represent as N, but the monoploidy we will represent as X. Okay, clear? For an example, the common wheat plant. Okay, the common wheat plant is a polyploid. The common wheat plant that is polyploid in nature. Wheat. The common wheat plant that is polyploid. The common wheat plant that is polyploid in nature, and it shows 2n equal to, that is 2n equal to 6x equal to 72. So we will call it, they are hexaploid. Okay. So its haploid number, the wheat haploid number n equal to 36. Wheat haploid number n equal to 36, but it's monoploidy. Okay, this is haploid condition. But it's monoploidy, x equal to 12. Okay, it's monoploidy, x equal to 12. That is the monoploidy. Okay, so therefore the haploid and diploid condition came regularly one after another, and the same number of chromosomes is maintained from generation to generation. Okay, that is a normal case. But monoploidy condition occurs where an organism is undergo ploidy condition only. Whenever the organism undergo ploidy condition, then only this monoploid condition came. Okay, so in a true diploid, both the monoploid and haploid chromosome number are same. Okay, in a true diploid, we can say n equal to h. That is the number of n equal to number of h. Okay, both the monoploid number and the haploid number are same. But please be clear, they are not same. Okay, haploid condition is different from monoploid. And thus a monoploid can be haploid, but all haploids are not monoploid. Okay, a haploid can be a monoploid, but all monoploid cannot be a haploid. Okay, all haploids cannot be a monoploid. Here, again, a monoploid can be a haploid, but all haploids cannot be monoploid. Okay, then polyploidy condition. Polyploidy condition. That is what one example we discussed, polyploidy. It is a condition where an organza possesses more than two basic sets of chromosomes. Polyploidy means when an organza possesses more than two sets of chromosomes are called polyploidy. And there are different types of polyploidies. When there are three basic sets of chromosomes, then it is called triploidy. Okay, when there are four, that is called tetraploidy. Then 5 pentaploidy, 6 hexaploidy. Okay, like that, so many different type of ploidies are available can be seen in the organism. Okay, clear? So these are about the numerical chromosomal aberration. Numerical chromosomal aberration. Then structural chromosomal aberration. Structural aberration. Structural aberration. So structural aberration means due to the mutation, the entire structure of the chromosomes are changed. Okay, that is the structural aberration. So that are of 4 types. Structural aberrations are of 4 types. First one, deletion. Then inversion. Deletion, inversion, duplication, and translocation. So, structural aberrations that are of 4 types: deletion, inversion, duplication, translocation. Okay. Then, what are deletion? So, structural aberration, the entire structure of the chromosomes will be changed. So, deletion. Deletion are of 2 types. Terminal deletion, intercalary deletion. Terminal, intercalary deletion. Terminal deletion and intercalary deletion. Okay. So, what is deletion? Deletion is the loss of a part or segment of chromosome which leads to the loss of some genes that are called deletion. This is the loss of a part or a segment of chromosome which ultimately leads to the loss of some genes that are called deletion. Okay, so that are of 2 types: terminal deletion and intercalary. Okay, suppose this is a chromosome having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so due to mutation, what happened means 3, 4, 5, 6. So here it's the terminal portion. This portion is deleted. That is called what? Terminal deletion. Example, the Cry-Du-Chat syndrome. Okay. Cry-Du-Chat syndrome, which you can see that this is the 5th chromosome. There is a terminal deletion in the 5th chromosome. Terminal deletion in the 5th chromosome. Okay, so here this is the terminal part of the chromosomes are deleted. Example, Cry-Du-Chat syndrome, the terminal part of the 5th chromosomes are deleted. Okay, so that's our terminal deletion. The loss of chromosome 7 from one, either the term can be deleted from here or here. Okay, both the terms can be deleted. Then intercalary deletion. So intercalary deletion, same. We can use the same example. Intercalary deletion, what happened means due to mutation, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, this is deleted. This portion, this 2 is deleted. Okay. So, That is called intercalary deletion. Loss of a chromosome in between the genes. Okay, in between the ends. Either it can be a loss from here or from here. That is intercalary deletion. Okay, so intercalary deletion can be occur in Drosophila and maize. Can be seen in Drosophila and maize. You can see intercalary deletions from Drosophila and maize. Okay, so these are about deletion. Next one is deletion, then it is insertion is there. Deletion, then insertion is not insertion, inversion. Okay, deletion, the next one is inversion. Inversion. So inversion means the breakage of a chromosome segment but reunion of same chromosome in reverse order. That is called inversion. Okay, so inversion is the breakage of chromosome segment but reunion on same chromosome. Okay, so some segments are break and it is again reunion in the same chromosome but in the reverse order. Okay, such type of mutations are called inversion. Inversion. It leads to change in the distance between genes on chromosome or sequence of a gene on the chromosome. Okay, so ultimately the inversion leads to the change in distance between genes on the chromosome. Okay, while we are plotting the genetic map, this type of mutation may causes some changes in the genetic map. Okay, so ultimately it changes the distance between genes on the chromosome or sequence of genes on the chromosome. So crossing over is affected. Crossing over affected means ultimately recombination affected and the plotting of the distance of the genes in the genetic map also affected. Okay, inversion are also two types, paracentric and pericentric. Inversion are also two types, paracentric inversion, pericentric inversion. Paracentric, pericentric inversion. Paracentric inversion and pericentric inversion. Okay, so what are paracentric inversion? Inversion occur only in the 1M and inverted segments does not include a centromere. Okay, so paracentric means inversion that is takes place only on the 1M, one arm of the chromosome, and the inversion does not involve the centromere. Centromere is not involved in the in this inversion process. That is called paracentric. Okay, so we will name 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then we can name 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so these are the genes. Then due to inversion, what will happen? Due to inversion, here these two genes or these two segments are break from the chromosome and they are again reunion in the same chromosome but in the reverse order. Okay, in the reverse order. In paracentric, only single arm will involved in the inversion and the centromere will not involved in the inversion. So here it is same 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is 5, then 7, 6, 8. Okay, look, this 6, 7 is inverted to 7, 6. Inverted to 7, 6. Okay, so that is the paracentric type of inversion. Inversion occur only in 1M and inverted segment does not included in the centromere. Okay, clear? Then next one is pericentric. Next one is pericentric. So pericentric just opposite to paracentric. Here two arms will be involved. Pericentric, here the two arms of the chromosome will involved in the inversion and also the centromere also involved. Okay, obviously if the two arms involved means the centromere also involved. Okay, so here this is the centromere and this is the chromosome arm. Okay, we'll draw somewhat bigger. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6, 7, 8. So these are going to what? Invert. Going to invert. Okay. We will use one more. Yeah. Okay. So after inversion, what will happen? After inversion, we will draw. After inversion, 1, 2. Then what will happen? 1, 2, 6, 5. Here it is changed. 6, 5. Then what will be here? 4, 3. 4, 3. Then 7, 8. Okay. So that 3, 4, 5, 6 are changed to 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, that is pericentric. Here centromeres are involved. This is one centromere. Okay, so here the centromeres are involved and the two arms also involved. That is called pericentric. That type is called pericentric. Okay, then come to next type of structural chromosomal aberration, that is called duplication. That is called duplication. So word itself it is clear what are duplication. Duplication is the occurrence of a chromosomal segment twice on a chromosome. Occurrence of a chromosomal segment twice on a chromosome. That is called duplication. Okay. Suppose you think this is the normal chromosome having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, suppose you think this is the normal chromosome and duplication occur of a chromosome segment twice. Okay, so in this segment, if any recessive genes are present, then it gets its expression due to homozygous condition. Okay, we know the recessive genes will what? Express only in the homozygous condition. So 4, 5, 6 again duplicate. That is called twice the same segment. That is called duplication. So if at the site of duplication, if there is any recessive gene, it get doubled and it regain its what? Expression character. Okay, so if in this segment any recessive but lethal gene is present, it leads to the death. Okay, so in duplication, if any recessive gene is present, that recessive genes become lethal. Sorry, that recessive genes become double. That is in homozygous condition. So it will regain its what? Expression. And if the same segment containing recessive gene, but that recessive genes are lethal in nature, then again as a result of duplication, that recessive gene become homozygous. So the lethality will be what? Expressed. So as a result, that organism will die. As a result, that organism will die. Okay. So that's about duplication. That's about duplication. Example you can see in Drosophila. In Drosophila, bar I character is observed due to the duplication in X chromosome. Bar I character you can see due to the duplication in X chromosome. Duplication in X chromosome. Due to the duplication in X chromosome, bar I character is observed in Drosophila. Bar I is a character where eyes are narrow as compared to normal eye shape. Okay, bar I is the eyes are narrowed in shape compared to normal eye shape. That is bar I. Okay, 2R is there. Okay, bar shaped eye. Then also you can see the duplication in maize and pea. You can also see the duplication in maize and also you can see in pea. Maize and pea. Okay, so these are about duplication. Then last type is translocation. Last type is translocation. Last type is translocation. So a pair of chromosomes is broken and may be joined with non-homologous chromosomes. Okay, so what is inversion? Either one or two chromosomes individual part or segment of the chromosomes are break and reunion in the same chromosome. That is called inversion. But you see, in translocation, you can see a part of chromosome is broken and may be joined with non-homologous chromosome. Try to differentiate between what crossing over and translocation. Crossing over is the breakage and reunion of segments of chromosome in homologous chromosome. So crossing over takes place in homologous chromosome. Crossing over takes place in homologous chromosome. Okay, in homologous chromosome, but translocation that takes place in non-homologous chromosome. Non-homologous chromosome. Crossing over is the breakage and reunion of segments of chromosome between homologous chromosome, and translocation is the breakage and reunion of segments of chromosome between non-homologous chromosome. Clear? This is also known as illegitimate crossing over or illegal crossing over. Okay, why it is called illegal crossing over? Between the non-homologous chromosome. Illegal crossing over or illegitimate crossing over. Illegal crossing over, also called as illegitimate crossing over. Illegitimate crossing over. Okay. So that's the difference between crossing over and translocation. There are three types of translocation: simple translocation, shift translocation, and finally reciprocal translocation. Simple translocation, shift translocation, and reciprocal translocation. We will look what are these types of translocation. First one, simple translocation. Simple translocation. In simple translocation, when a chromosome segment break and attach to the terminal end of a non-homologous chromosome. When a chromosomal segments break and attach to the terminal end of a non-homologous chromosome. Suppose, just think, this is, okay, suppose just think, this is a chromosome 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and what happened? This region break. So as a result of this breakage, the chromosome will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And this break region is go and attach or a reunion to another chromosome. Another chromosome. This chromosome is A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and it is this portion is break and reunion in the another chromosome. So what happened? Reunion at the end of the chromosome. Okay, either in the this terminal end or that terminal end. A, B, C, D, E, then 5, 6. This is simple translocation. So simple translocation means when a chromosomal segment breaks and reunion to the reunion to the end of a non-homologous pair of pairs that are called simple translocation. Okay, then shift translocation. Shift translocation. Shift translocation, or it is called as interfacial translocation. Shift translocation or interfacial translocation. Okay, so if a segment of chromosome breaks and get inserted in interfacial position of a normal homologous chromosome. Okay, interfacial. We can take the same example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then as a result of the breakage of this 5, 6, what happened? It will become 1, 2, 3, 4. And these breaked segments are rejoined to another chromosome having A, B, C, D, E. Okay. And they are joined in the interstitial position. Interstitial position. A, B, C, 5, 6, D, E. This is the interstitial position in between the genes. Okay, so this type is called shift. A segment of a chromosome, okay, segment of a chromosome from one homologous pairs are shifted to the interstitial position of non-homologous chromosome. Okay, non-homologous chromosome. That is called shifted or interstitial translocation. Then reciprocal translocation. Reciprocal. Last type is reciprocal. Reciprocal. So reciprocal type of translocation. Exchange of segments between two non-homologous chromosomes. Here, the segments are exchanging. Okay, the segments are exchanging. We will take the same example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 5, 6. Then A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. F. Okay, so in reciprocal, what happened means as a result of this translocation, the chromosome have 1, 2, 3, 4, E, F. E, F. And come to here. A, B, C, D, 5, 6. Okay, so this is called what? Reciprocal translocation. So this reciprocal translocation, you can, as a result of this reciprocal translocation, a chronic myeloid leukemia, that is CML. CML. Chronic myeloid leukemia. Chronic myeloid leukemia happened due to this reciprocal translocation. Okay, so actually this may result, that is the disease is a result of reciprocal translocation between 22nd and 9th chromosome. Okay, so this disease is due to the reciprocal translocation between 22nd and 9th chromosome. Reciprocal translocation between 22nd and 9th chromosome results in the formation of chronic myeloid leukemia. Chronic myeloid leukemia. Clear? So these are about the types of chromosomal aberrations. Okay, structural aberration and numerical aberration. Structural aberration and numerical aberrations.